Studeer. Edhe channel number 2, English, yeah.
Test 1, 2, test.
O nona ka ardhur po të pyes. Po prit për kush vi? Erdhë të shumë. Erdhë. Morë shumë kontakt. Po më nëmë, po marun, po da që po të filloj. Ka? Po jo pa e bona të plana, bila ti njësa më tanin lartë në mërësim. Po, daloj, se këshim në du. Bona të vëdëm i puntorës ka, se su kam shumë të jetë, është të rafumi.
1, 2, 3, 4, test prova.
E ke kartën e
1, 2, 3, 4. A pa duro, se 7 sekonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, test prova. 1, 2. Prova. Okej, haj.
Një sekundë, pida mos loj.
Pida bëjtë qëk tekstin.
Pida gati, po të pak pida?
1, 2, 3, 4, test prova, check, prova. Prova, check.
Acaro.
Test.
Shumë njeri.
Test, okej.
Dhe një 700 lashtë, kapë si shumë rësë. Që vesë, një gjohë? Po shkëm drojë. Se i se si marë të tonë, e që në problem diqë.
Që keni të kriminetën ja po në kriministë.
Edhe vinë
nga ora 9. Sa bërë duar me krem. Po dua fare të mondo, nuk dua të pjarë. Që këto se do të bëjë gazë në rarë? Që nuk vjen, mos shpeso kur, edhe kë, gazë. Pak që përpaj.
No, never. We very much want to. It's now or never. They say it's so close, but we don't do it from here. We will not do it from Madrid.
Como um trato tjetër. Se ekziston.
Vai para dentro da imagem.
Nie, bo staż na wersję
Deixa pra ir. Pode. Hadi çek tu.
Moje pięć. Nossa, cuidado, não tinha. Nostru.
Ja mnie się tu. A rola para. Escoite. Desculpa.
Sorry. 1 minute, please. I have Sorry.
There is no head there.
Helemaal. Maar het zijn gewoon die is
Thank you.
Jeszcze to nie jest trafiło pędzisz. Popita, o co?
Sì, sì, spero che sia
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning to the journalists present and to the people watching. Thank you for being here for this press conference that will focus on three topics. The first one is the launch of the public consultation for the annual report 2020 that the European Commission will issue later this year. The second topic is to introduce you to the new methodology for the enlargement process that the European Commission has presented last week. And third, I'm going to introduce you to the new Ipsos survey that the European Union delegation in Albania has launched in order to see how the relationship between Albania and the European Union are progressing, the perception of the Albanian considering the EU. The first topic, as I said, is the launch of the public consultation. This happens this afternoon and it will last for 2 days. And we wanted to have a full time for the public to express itself on Albania. As you know, every year the European Commission issues a strategic document which presents the result and the assessment of the European Commission for the year past. And this report from the European Commission to the Council will be presented this year in spring 2020. So we are now starting the preparatory phase, which for this document, as you know, has been very much important for the past. It will be important for the future of the country. The methodology foresees that the European Commission collects information from member states, civil society organizations, international organizations, business, private sector, EU agencies and missions, among many others. All this information is collected, checked and cross-referenced here in Tirana and then is sent to Brussels. We start, as I said today, the two-day consultation, longer than in the past, because we want really to have particularly a civil society input to our enlargement policy. Civil society plays a crucial role in giving a voice to all Albanian citizens and to hold public institutions accountable. And they are essential partners to our delegation here. So the civil society and other stakeholders will be here in Europe House for 2 days. We invite them all to be open, to be frank, to be constructive in the sense of giving us the information we need in order to project the right image of what Albania has done in 2019. The second point concerns the new methodology for the enlargement process. As you know, last week the European Commission adopted a new methodology, and I would like to take a bit of your time to explain to you and to the people who are watching us what the new methodology means and what is changed to processes like, for example, the annual report that we just mentioned. We all know that the European Council in September unfortunately didn't result in the opening of accession negotiations as we have hoped for. And that's also, and in particular, why the European Commission has tried to address the root causes of that failure and make the process more predictable. We want to reinforce the process, to re-establish solid trust and mutual confidence between the country of the region and Albania, of course, the European Union and the member states. Under the new methodology, the leaders of the European Union will have at least one annual debate about the progress that the Western Balkans countries are making. This is a very important step. The other element in the political sphere is that we, the European Union, will include the member states more when it comes to monitoring the progress and drafting recommendations to the country. This means that experts of the member states will be part of the peer review teams that come to the country together with the EU officials. This is important to allow the member states to acquire ownership of the results of those peer reviews. I mentioned that the process will be more predictable. Predictability means that we have to clearly define the condition so that everybody knows what is required and how is required. There cannot be ambiguity on how and what the candidate countries are judged. We will therefore flesh out more in detail the criteria and the condition country by country that we ask for this country to achieve.
kritereve dhe
And
kushteve.
that's why it's so important to have, since the start, the member states involved in monitoring the achievement. The process will be also more dynamic by grouping of accession chapters. We have proposed to have 6 areas, more than 35 chapters. So the concept is to group those chapters together, though they belong together in a more dynamic way. The negotiation, of course, will be much more comprehensive and not divided in small, disconnected policy areas. Finally, there is also a very strong call coming from the member states for them to be able to reverse the process of negotiation if necessary, so that when there is no progress or when there is a backsliding, clearly there is a reaction by the European Union applying similar measures breaking. Concretely means that we have to make clear that the European Union can suspend or even stop the negotiation if need be. Now this methodology is being discussed in the Council with the Member States. We hope, we are confident that this new methodology meets the request of several Member States, in particular those who were more reluctant last October to the opening of accession negotiation, and this will pave the way to a positive discussion and hopefully the opening of accession negotiation in spring. Let me turn now to the survey that I am very pleased to present to you. The open negotiation in general, the EU future of a country, is an objective that is shared by the huge majority of the population. You remind that the last survey I presented to you last year, in the first half of the year, was during Europe Week, gave the numbers of 93% of Albanians supporting the join of European Union. We will discover now the new results that have been collected at the end of last year. So I would like my colleague to start the presentation. This survey was conducted by Ipsos, as I said, at the end of last year, in December, through face-to-face interview, and 1,130 respondents participated in the survey, covering the entire country and with stratification by gender, age and region. Next slide. The first question is on the general feeling about the EU. As you can see, there's been not change whatsoever compared between 2018 and 2019. 88% of the citizens point out that they have a positive opinion about the EU, while 67% of the citizens has a very positive opinion about it. Next slide. This slide is clearly very relevant, probably the most important. 97% of Albanians support EU membership, while 85% fully support it. As you can see, this is a major increase from 75 to 85, and altogether from 93 to 97%. So, as this shows, apparently for the Albanians there is no plan B beside the European Union. And this also shows that the attitude of the Albanian people towards the EU is not changing despite temporary setback as happened last October. We are also convinced that the EU reaction in support of Albania after the tragic earthquake of the 26th of November have had an impact on even further increasing from 93 to 97, despite the difficult year of 2019, the support of the Albanian people towards the EU. Of course, this is a strong mandate, but it's also a strong responsibility for the EU and its member states towards the Albanian people. Next slide. Let's see the perception by Albania of what they need to do to join the EU. First is still lower corruption, and is more or less the same than last year, as you can see. Employment, clearly very important, and justice reform. But allow me to note the major, I would say the massive, increase concerning stability, safety and political stability in the country, from 10 to 29, from 10 to 25. So these are ranked significantly higher than last year. Clearly these results can be interpreted from the very polarized and difficult 2019 here in Albania, when somehow also the public order was challenged. And Albania seems to show with these numbers that they believe the political class needs to work together for the stability of the country first, but also for Albania's future in the EU. We are glad now that the situation has changed since 2019, for instance regarding the electoral reform, which was a good start of 2020, where all parties are now working together. But I think this tells us quite much. Next slide. The following three slides are very important as they concern the perception of fairness by the Albanians on the conditions set by the EU. And as you can see, the citizens share predominantly positive opinion about the EU requirements and the way the EU treats Albania. Out of 10 citizens believe that Albania is treated fairly by the EU. And this is a figure, as you can see, which has increased since last year, 7%. And somehow goes against the narrative that we can hear sometimes that the EU does not treat Albania fairly. Next slide. These slides compare Albania with the other countries in the region. And again, we see that 77% of the population does not consider that EU treat Albania worse than other countries. And again, this has increased from last year. Next slide. Finally, the vast majority of citizens, 91%, you can see, consider that the conditions set by the EU are good for the Albanian people. So this confirms what we keep saying, that EU-related reform are not to be done because of Brussels, but are to be done because they first and foremost benefit the Albanian citizens, and 91% of them share this opinion. And this is clearly very important for a reform to be successful. Is 91% of citizens believe that that reform, or the complex of reform, will going to benefit themselves. They feel more ownership for the reform that is being taken. Next slide. Let's see now the perceived
Të shohim
readiness
tani se
of Albania
si
to start the
perceptohet,
negotiation.
Situata e Shqipërisë,
54%
pra sa gati është Shqipëria për çeljen e
Thinks that
negociatave.
Albania is ready to start the negotiation.
Shqipëria është gati për të
Of course, in March 2020, so in 1 month. You see here as light decrease, and clearly we linked this to the major disillusion of last October, but still quite a percentage of 54% believe that Albania is ready. Next slide. This tells us what the Albanian expect from becoming a member. 92% believe that their life will improve significantly. And this also, as you can see, is an improvement compared to last year, 88 to 92. It's interesting also to mention the area where the Albanians expect positive change: development of tourism, investment, development of infrastructure, quality of education, respect of minority rights, rule of law, and protection of environment. Next slide. This slide is, in my view, particularly important.
Mendoj që ky diapozitiv është veçanërisht i
Concern the justice reform.
Pra është një diapozitiv I cili referohet reformës.
Support of the Albanian population for justice reform is still very high, with a vast majority of Albanians, 89%, supporting it. And this is 10% more than last year.
Kjo në fakt përbën një rritje 10% më tepër se sa një vit më parë.
This is a quite telling figure. There is a lot of criticism from many sides about justice reform. The Albanian people still consider this to be, for 89% of them, a very important reform that needs to be supported. This is an encouragement to keep going forward, but most importantly to do even more, to make sure that the reform is fully implemented and the new institutions are fully used to implement new laws. Next slide. These slides tell us how the Albanians believe that they are informed about the EU. And it seems that the Albanian needs even more information about Albanian accession to the EU when it comes to the effect on the economic situation and living standards. We always, this is for me as the head of the office in Albania, a very important one, because it tells me where I have to put also my priorities in terms of information. And we know that, for example, the EU is by far the biggest donor in Albania, but the Albanian would like to know more about the inflow of European funds and how apply to them. Is the third one. You see, 32%. So it is clearly that we need to do more to explain the direct effect of the EU financial assistance, which is by far the highest in the country, and already by March we will start a campaign to explain how EU funds are being used in the country. Next slide. We're almost there, don't worry. This is a very important one again, and it's not a surprise for you that 74% consider that the donation that the EU is giving and will be giving. Let's not forget the donor conference next Monday in Brussels for the earthquake is the one that I have heard more of. And you can see also the other figure. Next, the last slide.
të dhënat për qytetarët.
These are the sectors
Ndërkohë që në
where the
diapozitivën
Albanians
mund
think
shikoni sektorët
the EU
se ku
assistance should
shqiptarët
go to.
mendojnë që duhet të përqendrohet asistenca e Bashkimit Evropian.
Justice system,
Da,
health
kemi
system,
në fillim fare sistemi
economic
i drejtësisë,
reform,
sistemi është ndërtuar,
agriculture.
reforma ekonomike, bujësia.
This is not new, but again,
Kjo nuk është e re, nuk ka
I
asnjë
will
të
see
megjithatë,
the 6% more concerning the justice system as a very important signal that the Albanian people still believe strongly in the justice reform. As Commissioner Varey has announced in his visit on the 16th of January, given the good performance of Albania in 2019, a performance award of 28 million euro has been granted to Albania in 2020 on top of the ordinary IPA assistance, and this will focus on following exactly the request of the Albanian people in the area identified by Albanian people, but also working in the area of environmental protection, which is going to be very high on the agenda on 2020. This was my last slide. I hope that you find it interesting. A colleague from Ipsos, Alban, who conducted the survey, is here with us today if you have any answer concerning the technicalities of the work, and please feel free to contact him. I thank you for the attention, and I'm ready for taking few questions if you have any. Thank you.
Fiorella Beleshi, Radio Televizioni Ora. Zoti ambasador, lufta kundër korrupsionit dhe krimit të organizuar është një shqetësim si vendeve të Unionit, ashtu dhe shqiptarëve këtu në vend, këtu në Shqipëri. A është mënyra e duhur që të luftohen krimin organizuar dhe korrupsionin me një ligj kapçat-kapësh, duke I dhënë kompetenca policisë së shtetit për të bërë sekuestro pa një vendim gjykate? Si një ish prokuror, a do të lejojë një ligj të tillë në vende Bashkimit Evropian dhe në vendin tuaj të linjës në Itali? Faleminderit.
Let's take another question.
Marrim një pyetje tjetër dhe pastaj I përgjigjem.
Pensiona ekonomi ABC News, pyetja ime sërish të lidhur me paketën anti-KÇK-s që qeveria I quan. Kryeministri ka thënë se është konsultuar me partnerët. A jeni ju një garant ose ekspertët tuaj a janë garant se kjo paket nuk cënon liritë themelore të individit? Ju faleminderit.
Thank you very much for both questions. Yes, fight against organized crime and corruption is probably the key priority for the European Union, but as you can see from the survey, is also a key priority for the Albanian people. So every effort needs to be taken in order to increase the effectiveness of the fight against organized crime and corruption. Some progress has been made, but still a lot has to do. Justice reform, when fully implemented, will certainly represent the most important tool and weapon to fight organized crime, and in particular high-level corruption. So we are looking forward to SPA to be fully functional in order to take this task on it. And as I said already during the weekend, I will meet the chair of SPAC, Mr. Kraja, later this week. Let me come back on my previous statement concerning the special law on preventive measures on organized crime. As I said, I am the EU ambassador to Albania,
ligji
what I've done in the past stays in the past.
PKP.
But I bring my experience with me. My experience tells me that follow the money is one of the best effective, probably the best way to tackle organized crime. And this has proven to be the case in several countries, including the one where I was working many years ago. This is where this special law is going. And as I said, this law shows political will to address the problem. But what is really important is the way this law is implemented. Implementation is key. And as we said, we see two conditions for an implementation to be in line with the rule of law. First, that the fundamental rights of the defendants are fully respected. So the subject to this law, which, let me remember, are convicted or people under investigation for organized crime, can be, the asset can be seized and confiscated, but due process needs to be put in place so that everybody has the right to have their fundamental rights respected. We will monitor this, we are monitoring this very close. As I said already, we speak constantly with the Albanian authorities, and I will speak with SPAC, who has, and this is the second condition, who has to lead this operation. SPAC has to, as you know well from the law, confirm all the action taken by the police and pass the file to court for the final confiscation. This is the process. We are monitoring that this process is followed. The last questions?
Pyetja e fundit?
Lazar Semini, Associated Press. Zoti ambasador, disa technicalities lidhur me metodologjinë e re të Bashkimit Evropian për zgjerimin. A do të fillojë ajo të zbatohet apo ka filluar lidhur dhe me këtë raport që po përgatisni? Dhe në këtë kuadër përmendet që raporti do të dalë diku në pranverë. Bëhet fjalë para takimit të marsit të Këshillit Evropian apo të majit të Kroacisë. Dhe çfarë duhet presim nga këto takime? Faleminderit.
Thank you for the questions. On the new methodology, as you can imagine, this is a proposal of the European Commission to the Member States. The request of updating and reinforcing enlargement process comes from the Member States, and therefore now is being discussed in the Council for every Member State to express its position, feel comfortable about, and when there will be consensus about it, the new methodology would be applied, is to be applied, certainly. We hope that this can happen already, that this discussion is concluded before the European Council in March, so that the leaders will be able to assess the new methodology. When it comes to the timeline of the spring, it's a bit early to say when the annual report will be presented. Certainly around the time of the Zagreb summit, so that the summit will have a fully fledged report to look at, but this is still to be considered. What the European Union is going to do now is to prepare the European Council in March by briefing the Member States on the progress made by Albania between October and February. And this is a very important task that we will be carrying on in this next week. I have one question. The lady also.
Ka kohë edhe për një pyetje tjetër nga zonja ose zonjusha aty?
Ambroz Zemeta nga Syri Televizion. Zoti ambasador, vitin e kaluar mijëra shqiptar kanë aplikuar për azil në vende të Bashkimit Evropian. A keni diskutuar ju këtë krizë ose le të themi këto largime masive me qeverinë shqiptare, dhe është Bashkimi Evropian i shqetësuar për faktin që shqiptarët nuk po shikojnë më shpresë dhe të ardhmen vendin e tyre? Faleminderit.
Renaldo Saliani nga Euronews Albania. Zoti ambasador, ju thatë që do ta monitoroni zbatimin e operacionit Forca e Ligjit. Si konkretisht do ta monitoroni zbatimin e këtij akti normativ në raport me të drejtat e njeriut, me shkeljen e të drejtave të njeriut apo jo? Dhe a keni ndonjë shqetësim për mbivendosje kompetencash të këtij akti normativ me ligje të tjera, apo a e cënon ky akt normativ ndarjen e pushteteve sipas jush?
Thank you. On the first question,
Faleminderit.
of
Në
course,
lidhje me pyetjen
the
tuaj,
issue of
sigurisht që
who founded the asylum seeker request of
kërkesave të
Albanian
pabesuara për
national in
azil
some
nga
member
qytetarët
states
shqiptar në disa
is
shtete
being
anëtare
monitored,
të Bashkimit
but
Evropian
more
është
than
një
that,
çështje e cila po ndiqet.
the Albanian authorities have put in
Por më
place
shumë se sa kaq,
measures and
autoritetet
action plan
shqiptare kanë vënë
with
kanë
those
krijuar
member
masa,
states,
plane
and
veprimi,
this action plan, as far as we understand, are working well, thanks also to the excellent cooperation between the experts and the police officer who are involved. Of course, this is a trend. Numbers need to go down, and they are being monitored, and there is a explicit request to the Albanian authorities to do whatever it is necessary to make sure that this number go down. We understand that we might have good news in the weeks to come, but we want to expect for the figures before giving any indication. But this is one of the elements that is being discussed with the Albanian authorities. And to conclude again on KÇK, we monitor the information which is made available to understand whether for example, the possible rights of the people involved to make an appeal is not respected. This is a clear element. So far has not been the case, but we expect very close exchange of information with us and with other international partners that are following. This is an important law which needs to be implemented, as I said, in accordance with the law. I thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Partito? Partito? Bërë një planë të jo? Planë, bërë të jo?